live. We welcome you here. And every day we try to give you a live video on education of the tax sales. We go through the 5 steps, give you the knowledge there as much as possible in the 5 steps. So step number 1 is what? Step number 1 is what? What state are we interested in learning? What state are we interested of learning in the tax sales? Well, today we're going to talk about state of Maine. So good morning. We're going to talk about state of Maine. 5 steps. Step number 2 is, where is Maine located? Where is Maine located on the U.S. map? Well, we look at the U.S. map and we see that it's located on the East Coast, northeastern part of the United States. Northeastern part of the United States is the state of Maine located, northeastern part of the United States. Step number 3 is, what states border the state of Maine? What states border or connect in the state of Maine? What states border or connect in the state of Maine? Well, it's basically New Hampshire, I believe. I believe New Hampshire is the only state that borders the state of Maine. New Hampshire does. Step 4 is, what type of auction is held in the state of Maine? What type of an auction is held in the state of Maine? Is it a lien, deed, or redeemable deed? Well, Maine's a deed state. Maine is a deed state. And then step number 5 is what? Step number 5 is, where are the auctions held? Well, Maine, it is unique. State of Maine is unique. It's kind of interesting how state of Maine is unique. Step 5. A lot of them are held basically on a mail-in bid. So you mail in your bid to them. Some might have it in person, but it's by the local municipalities, local cities. The state will have their own separate auction with the cities that are unincorporated areas. But this is what I found out more and more, it's mainly going to be, I think, it's not going to be a lot of the hedge funds, not a lot. Most of your local people will buy over there in the state of Maine because it's a mail-in. You might pick something up, you might not. You don't know how it works over there. But the key is what the value is. The value of the property. You got to know the value of the property. That's the big key. So we gave you the 5 steps of how each state works. We try to do a state each day, give you how the steps work in that particular state. And then you, as a tax sale investor, have to do some homework. You got to do some homework. You got to do some rules, regulations. You got to know how everything works. Very quickly, we went and did some research yesterday with a tax sale investor. He's learning. So we wanted to go on some of the auction sites. And this was for California. So one of the properties we saw, some mobile home with the land that you could buy for $30,000. $30,000 for the mobile home and the land. And then we saw it on Realtor.com pending for $75,000, doing nothing to it. In other words, you just put it back on the market to sell it for 75 grand and you bought it for 30. That's wholesaling. So he made about 20 grand or so on the property. Most people don't know how to do that. Michael Chagola. Okay, welcome, Michael Chagola. Okay. Then there was another property that went to sale in California. Sold for like $180,000 cash. Now you have to send in the cash, $180,000 cash. It's worth $325 to $350. Fixed up. Retail price. $325 to $350. I don't know why people don't do this more. Great opportunities, I believe. Yeah. Great opportunities that people can make. But it's their decision. It's their decision, okay, of what they want to do. People always say, oh, you can't buy low price houses in California. Really? You're not doing your homework. That's the problem. You're not looking at the right county. You're not looking at the right county. So we thank you very much for watching, and have a wonderful day. Follow us on other channels. We're on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Join LinkedIn. Get some education and knowledge. Thank you.